Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. General West. Shoot.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
6-6, pull it high.
51. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Snap.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
49, check 49. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, we talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They're trying to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
80 weapons.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Checking my rank ups like my
Operating
guys.
from the gun, Jones.
I'm on 12.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, lock it.
I like the kilo better.
The kilo mean, nigga.
Kill.
That's what I'm working at. I'm working the kilo right now. That's what I'm really running with.
Check nickel.
I got the info boy. I don't really like it, man. I don't like it like the kilo. I don't know if I got the right attachment on this thing. What? Shit.
Yeah, that kilo mean.
Now
I like the
Jones
kilo.
from the gun on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
Kilo. I got
back.
that kilo.
Well, that's a drive killer right there.
Kilo is
Not a really
level,
confident
22.
throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
68.
I think I put this damn foregrip. They're taking my aim down, sights down, though. I hate
He's going to
that.
have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Stills,
I put on this Merc
92
foregrip.
yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs.
No,
It's a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly
real
helps
grip
to
on my
have
shit,
big
though.
playability in your hip pocket,
that
doesn't
green
it?
laser,
After the
that shit
touchdown,
accurate.
here's
You can
McManus
see that
now to
shit.
kick it away.
Now I got the laser, but you can't see it. I got the flash guard on my shit.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
Now, some guys don't
Where
need
they
sleight of
think they
hand
have an advantage. Dial
Sleight
up
of
some
hand
of
is
those plays.
way
Try and go to
tougher.
those spots and get your offense
You
moving.
don't need that sleight of hand. You don't need that on him.
Goes backwards. Now they'll
The
come
kilo,
up
they
on
got the
2nd
flash
and
already.
12.
I need that shit, man.
Get it.
Saquon Barkley running right, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner,
Watch, I get
especially in the
back in this
second
man,
half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
It's our last game.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Hey, high 7. Hey, watch the leg.
Say, you gotta play.
Mike 40, check it.
Jones on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Now The match I jumped in just now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
That
one goes for 30 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Narrated by Shaquille O'Neal.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Heavy block. Looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Straight off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times. Because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Okay, they got
taking it in from the 20. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker plugging the rock.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams split plays. We know
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now Trubisky on first down. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Gallup 75 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
All 6-6, pull it high. He's checking. Crash. Down.
Now Saquon Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This nigga
He does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, niggas a third.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have a lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card game as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And now a shot taken on 3rd down. It's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Man, that nigga Jordan Akins got 20 catches out there.
This field a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
I nigga throw it to the tight end.
He ain't done a lot to him, though.
Shit, Will Fuller only got 34 catches.
That nigga been out.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe is that returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 4 yards on that that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I like playing with SMG. I ain't got no SMG maps in this thing right now.
And this is going to wind up incomplete.
Right from that.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
I forgot the name now.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Love that motherfucker.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first
half.
I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely, very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
You know what I'm AJ?
Huh?
You know something, man?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
What we doing?
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout.
A very strong gain of 24.
Next thing, Aaron Foster shit.
That nigga Aaron Foster cold. And they came out nowhere, too.
They go play action. Trubisky. And this is Parker, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Devontae Parker, 48 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. PAT won't extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
I got my sensitivity on 7 now. This shit.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yeah, I turn my shit up every now and then so I can get all the way up. You used to it. 7 is nice. It's fast. He can turn on niggas.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The hardcore niggas will be playing.
Throwing again. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
It's always a goal that's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, That should be a deterrent
That's why nigga been capping on
to calling
the
something
same
that
spot.
could get you in big trouble.
So we
An
start the match,
incomplete
bro.
pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Quit talking about it.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Think you might have
The
been
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Detroit. 61 yards.
Get up. 180.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Check 93's the mic.
Now Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He was looking that time for Stills, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Put up. Red, up. 180.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yep.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. There to make the grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
It's a heavyweight, that's why.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
94. Jet bombers. Let's go.
Again, it's Barkley. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run with Bell on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Hey, alert 3.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. James has got it, complete. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come out in the pistol. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And this 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Trubisky. And will be intercepted. snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm already on the
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles. A general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bro, I can't move with this shit, man.
They're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 41, Jones. Touchdown.
My sensitivity high, but I can't move like that.
59 yards. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability. Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Turn that blurry shit off, though. My settings. It's trying to get blurry like trying to move and shit. Turn that shit off.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
And they all looked at me and said,
just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 22, Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
I just don't know already.
DeAndre Baker that time who was able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one. Knock it away and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
This is like season 4 or 5 or some shit. It's time for a restart.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players. Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
They were talking about that nigga.
They'll go to Barkley again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Nigga tearing on still, be blocking his ass out. He's from the small school.
Looking to throw. Jones. And finds Howard complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They have
another
the
rookie
first
that
down
nigga
with
be
a
blocking
gain
too,
of
man.
4
Matt Sharper.
yards.
Oh, no, we ain't got
Jones
that
now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Barkley. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
We took rookies and then they
Try a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fuller stay hurt. Still stay hurt.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
Hey,
Rush
that
coming,
nigga,
and he's
I don't know
taken
what's up
down.
with Fuller this
The
year, bro. He
former
dropping,
All-Pro
bro, he dropped like 3
Marcel
touchdown passes.
Darius. Coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Crazy, bro.
61, matchbox lights. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 37, check 37.
If I'm the nigga Deshaun Watson, I gotta talk to these niggas. Hey,
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
That's it, baby. That's it.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm